Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Today will be super helpful video guys if you have any of the following three cars. I'm talking guys about Porsche, Volkswagen or Audi. If you have any of those cars guys, it doesn't matter if it's a SUV, sports car, 4-door sedan, and you have engine light and code P0441 guys, today will explain the top 3 reasons for that. Make sure you stand till the end. One of those most people will not think about that reason guys. Before we start, let me tell you, if you guys are on the market for any parts or tools, you need anything to fix your car, check out the link in the description of the video below and you can see where we get all the tools and parts from for a really good price, quick shipping as well. Another thing, every single car we get at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos guys. Why we do that? Simply because our mission at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep providing this free information to you. So, with all that being said, let me explain, okay, what we have specifically here guys. This is a Cayenne, Porsche vehicle, but you know, Porsche, Volkswagen, Audi, practically it's the same vehicles guys. Many of the parts are interchangeable. For instance, Porsche Cayenne, Audi Q7 and Volkswagen Touareg, they share the same platform, the same parts, and even part numbers on the suspension will be Volkswagen part numbers guys. So yeah, that's crazy, but it's all these 3 cars are built by the same company. So code P0441 guys, okay, that's a little bit of a troubled code. Why? Because it could be multiple things, but the number one thing, it relates to a purge control valve. Let's explain what it's a purge valve. So if you come towards the backside of the engine, you will notice that's our fuel line. That brings the fuel from the fuel pump in the fuel tank to the engine. Then we have another line towards the back, and you can see, okay, I'm talking about, okay, this clear line, okay, right here. It comes towards the backside as well. What is that line guys? It brings actually the fuel vapors from the fuel tank to the purge valve. Because when gas sits in the fuel tank, especially if it's hot, it expands, it creates fumes, vapors, and those vapors back in the day used to be released in the atmosphere. But now, they are not. Why? Because if you release them in the atmosphere, okay, it means that you lose gas and you pollute as well guys. So pollution and efficiency. But now those fuel vapors from here, they come to that purge valve. From the purge valve they go to that line and they go on the backside of the intake manifold. So the fuel vapors will go in the intake manifold, from there in the cylinders, and those vapors will burn through the engine guys. That will give you extra efficiency and you will not pollute the atmosphere guys. Now another thing guys, okay, if that purge valve quits working, you will get that code. Make sure always that the valve is good. You can easily test it, and I'll put a link in the description of the video below how to test the purge valve. It's very simple, very easy, and takes only a few seconds practically to do that. Another thing guys, okay, remove the wiring harness, and you want to inspect the wires. Make sure you don't have an oil leak somewhere, or make sure you don't have a broken loose wire. Sometimes they will be close to moving parts like belts. It could be close to exhaust system sometimes that can melt them. So always make sure that they're connected, plugged, and you don't have a broken wire. And from that point on, okay, you have to make sure that you don't have a vacuum leak. What that means, if you have a broken hose, okay, hoses sometimes they will rub together and that will break them, that will cause wear and tear guys, and that will cause a vacuum leak, which means that the purge valve will not be able to send the fuel vapors to the intake manifold because they will get lost in the way. So always inspect your vacuum lines, everything coming from the fuel tank to the purge valve, and from the purge valve to the intake manifold. And it most likely is one of those things guys. Now if you want to see how to test the purge valve, check out the video and I'll put the link in the description of the video below. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.